Down.
We are a little bit closer today, which I'm not against. Excuse me. Throat clearing. Oh yeah, the buzz.
Hear that? You feel that?
I feel it. I hear it. Loving it. Is it too much? Doesn't matter. Let's just go with it. All right, Nut Farm. Here we are. Another week, another pod,
Another day,
another day.
another dollar.
That is a truism. But G-Soul is actually producing dollars now, which is fantastic.
You love to see it.
It's a game changer.
Yep.
You know, when you actually my recovery stuff basically funds G-Soul. And so the days that creep closer that G-Soul can actually stand on its own 2 feet is quite exciting to see.
It's really coming into our vision here. This place has been so wonderful in that the people around us are really supportive. We have a great community in our new center here, meeting lots of new people
Yep.
who are becoming fans and sending people to the store. And it's just been an honor and a delight.
It has. We just had one lady that I'm like the weirdest human ever. So when anybody ever says anything like, "Oh my God, I love this so much," or "Oh, this makes me like feel good," or something, or "My kid's name starts with a G," it does something to my body that I like might as well just explode. Like I feel like a rocket ship. I feel like my body's expanding like this, and it takes my breath away, and I don't know what to do with myself for a moment. And so I just tell people that it makes me really happy. So this one lady came in and she was saying, "Oh my gosh, I'm so excited that you're here." And it really made me feel happy.
Yeah, you had that same response the other day when I had told Gretchen about this married couple, newlywed couple that stopped in. And they were so cool and so fun to talk to and so enthusiastic. And the husband was, helping her select items. And he was so cute. He was like, "You would look great on your Peloton in this onesie. You'd look phenomenal." Just like hyping her up, being such a sweet man. And so I told Gretchen about him because, like, that was exciting to have people very enthusiastic new customers. And so they came back in when she was here, and we were technically not even open. Like, if we'll be in here and we'll be closed, people will still try and come in and come in and want to like look around.
Yep.
And so this time the husband bought a sweatshirt and he was, he slipped it on. Right. He tried it on, and what did you say? You were like, "Man, when you just put that sweatshirt on, and then she's like tearing up, and it's the cutest thing ever." And I was like, "What's wrong? What happened?"
I feel like I need to remove myself when any customers come in because if they give me any sort of like positive reinforcement, I just want to start
I'm just
crying.
like, "Back,
Get
go
in
to
the
the back,
get in the back, get in the
go to
back,
the stock room.
get in the back.
I'll let you know when it's all clear."
That's what we normally tell our kids. If we see anybody, get in the back. Get in the back.
I know. We just like shoo them away.
Oh my gosh, totally.
Oh, it's whatever.
So I'm really excited talking about our neighbors in our new community. Our next door neighbor is an aesthetic place and they have Morpheus, which I'm gonna do.
Morpheus 8.
Morpheus. Morpheus. For you people that don't know what Morpheus is, it is
Just all get on our level.
right.
Just kidding.
Their Morpheus is this like skin tightening something or other that you can, I think you can do it on your face too, but I will be doing it for my stomach because as wonderful as G-Soul leggings are in hiding the things that you want to hide, if I am on my hands and my knees, Mama's got a neutered cat belly, is what I like to call it. Shit hangs and it's disgusting and I hate
The
it.
first time you told me about that, you were like, "My neutered cat belly." I was like, what did you just say?" It's like, huh?
Was that in New York? Like the first time
I
that we
think
really
so.
had heart to hearts?
Probably. And you were like, "See?" And you like to go, you'll lean over and go, "See how this, da-da-da." And I'm like, huh.
If I'm upright, game on. But anytime centrifugal,
like cat cow.
yeah,
Yeah.
anytime gravity starts to rear its ugly head in the opposite direction, not good. So I'm gonna do Morpheus, and I can't wait. I gotta go over there and book my appointment.
I hear it's a little painful, but you have a very high pain tolerance, in my opinion. So I don't think it'll be an issue for you. But before and after a Morpheus 8 is like, it's the creme de la creme.
very excited
of
about it.
laser treatments. So yeah, that should be awesome.
I'm here for it.
We
And
could film it.
I told Nicole that we could use
Yeah.
me as content.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
You're a prime candidate.
I am.
Mhm.
Okay. The other funny thing, I just totally blanked. I have no idea what I was just gonna
Excuse
say.
me while I sip my large soda pop.
Should we both acknowledge that we're actually doing a podcast and we need to focus a little bit? Because I just started something and I never, um, I didn't remember what I was going to say.
Well, because remember before I was like, hey, do you want to tell me about the topics? And then we squirreled off and we never actually got to that.
Oh, we never got to the show sheet.
No, but I will say, I don't know if people are gonna notice this. I think it's a big game changer. Gretchen procured some premium lighting for us.
Yeah.
So now we are lit
We
in
are
all
lit.
of our glory here.
Looks
And
good.
hopefully you can't see the blemish between my eyes that I get certain times of the month,
You
certain
cannot even
months.
begin to see it.
It's like a cyclops eye, and it's terrible.
Oh, it's not. Do you know what's very large in my head right now looking at it?
What, your ear?
My ear.
Why is it popped out?
I don't, well, for one, I can't hear when I get
Like when a
claustrophobic.
kid puts on a too big hat and it just smushes their ear down, and I'm like, how do you live like that? Oh man.
Oh, this is funny. Hi.
Hi. Oh, we have a little visitor coming in. Please hold, please. I like your little ear out,
I don't, maybe it's just because
like a shark fin.
it's something. It's making me, I don't really give a fuck.
What did you say this morning? When I saw you, you're like, I just look so ordinary.
Oh, ordinary.
I just look so ordinary today.
I had no spice. There was no spice. There was no, like, I don't have my jewels on. Well,
No cap.
I tried something new. And this was where it started to go foul right off the bat.
Yeah.
I've been trying to be ginger. Look at my middle part
One
because
little middle part.
I feel like I'm going bald because I wear hats so much. And now I got this short hair, and so we're really trying to like nurture some regrowth. And so I tried to do a side part,
Mhm.
and it didn't work, and it was made me feel like a J. Crew mom. And I looked at myself in the mirror, and I'm like, I don't even know who you are, Gretchen.
Here, let's compare both of our parts.
Mine's gigantic.
I feel like they're the same.
Mine has a larger opening.
At the front? You can get that hair powder. Just kind of dab a little right there and right
Yeah,
there.
we
Tighten
need-
it up.
We need to do some. Maybe I'll put that like an eyelash serum right there. Do you think that would work?
What if you just move the part like ever so slightly to the right? Would it still count as middle? Is that your cowlick? You have a cowlick there?
Mm-mm. Mine is back here. Well, maybe I do. I don't know. Like we're talking way too much about my part. But
Oh, I could talk about that for hours.
you could.
Personally. I'm just kidding. But no, I don't think it's bald.
Okay. Well, anyways, we'll keep looking. I think I might just get on Nutrafol and call it a day. But I hear that Nutrafol's a little expensive too.
Hey, Nutrafol, if you're listening, sponsor the pod.
Let's do it.
She'll give a full review.
I've got a couple followers on a couple different social media platforms that we can. So, I'm gonna do Morpheus. I'm gonna book that where, my part is large and I looked ordinary with the side part,
Mhm.
but we're still making things work, and the whole day has not gone to hell in a handbasket.
No.
I got Sawyer's walk-ups done for his
Yes.
baseball team, and it's like one of
Yes.
my highlights that I love to do.
Mhm.
So all of these sweet little 10-year-old kids are gonna have.
They feel special. They feel ready to go, ready to let it rip.
Let me tell you what, once again, this is Steve calling me glory days, and I don't care.
Glory days, dun, 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 dun.
If I would have had, I didn't play softball, but if I would have had a walk-up.
I played softball.
You did?
Yes, I did.
How many years?
It was one season.
One season. Did you have walk-ups?
No.
So if I would have been a child that had a walk-up, I mean, the way that it makes me feel when people come in and say they like my clothes That's what I would have experienced every single time. Here's the pickle.
Mhm.
I'm a very emotional sport player. So if I get too pumped up, I'm toast. If I get too into it, if I get too serious,
Yeah.
toast. I have to be on this like apathy,
Mhm.
even keel to be at my peak performance. So
In the zone,
in
so to
the zone,
speak.
in the zone, when we would play basketball, we would have um warm up music. So like we would hit the button on the boom box
Yeah.
and then the first song would and we would run around the gym and that was pretty cool. And I would just like have the biggest grin on my face like a little
Yeah.
cheese ball, but loved loved that part. And a lot of the time they would let me carry the ball or be
Mhm.
first because I was freakishly small.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say because you were the best player.
I
You
really
were, weren't you?
I wasn't.
Were you a guard?
Oh, point guard for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You have
But
big point guard energy.
I would my favorite was
PGE.
playing defense. Like that was my favorite because I would just scream in people's faces.
Mm.
And they'd be like, "You're obnoxious." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I have the ball, bitch." Thank you. Thank you.
So funny. That's what I was telling. Should we talk about our new training journey? Our personal training?
Yes.
Semi-personal training.
Yes.
So Gretchen and I have come to this conclusion that for some reason at this season in our life, the thought of exercising in any capacity is not something we want to do. So we said, well, where does that leave us? And we decided, well, we need someone to yell at us and make us do stuff.
Yeah. Or and hard for a schedule. So we have to like
Mhm.
we have to have location like
Yep.
in our backyard
Yep.
and we have to have somebody tell us what to do.
Yes. So lucky for us, we were able to find Core Fitness that's right nearby. And we decided to do personal training a couple days a week,
40 plus gym.
40 plus gym. Yes. And you know what? I love it.
I'm here for it.
I love it because you know why? Because we're free to be. And there's no gym bros filming themselves doing bicep curls.
Yeah.
There's no people looking to hook up. It's
Mhm.
all old people
Mhm.
that are a delight.
Mhm.
And you know what? No matter what we do, we're probably going to be the most in shape ones there because we're barely hitting the cutoff line.
Right.
I mean, we just turned 40.
Yep. Just.
Okay.
Yep.
So talk about big fish in a small pond.
Yep.
Me and Gret here at Average Joe's over there killing it.
Yeah. They basically were like, normally we don't let like super hot chicks into our gym that are just barely 40, but we're gonna make an exception for you.
Oh my God.
We're in there and we're there for it. And I tell you what, the first and it's only 30 minutes, which is fantastic. They got this goddamn row machine in there
Yeah.
that basically wants to look at me and just kill me. And you think, oh, it's just a row machine. How hard can it be?
No, it's pretty hard. So before you start, because it's for older people, pretty much, they being Corey, our trainer slash owner of the gym, wants to meet with you for a little bit and see what you're capable of, see how flexible you are, do a health assessment, okay?
Wants to see if you're a right fit.
Yeah, to see like what he's working with here, you know? So we have to go separately for this, sadly, because we don't like to do anything separately. But it was really fun. I kind of ran with that because Gretchen went first and then I went the next day. And so I'm like telling Corey, I'm like, you know, Gretchen was like a really accomplished athlete. She was an all-state soccer player. She's a really good basketball player. You know, like you gotta really step it up for her because she's like an elite athlete. And he was like, oh yeah.
I love you for saying that.
It's like, yeah, I could definitely see that. He's like, yeah, you know, she mentioned a couple times, back in the day, back in the day. And I say to Christian, I go, because he's like, I want to see how long you can hold a plank for. And I'm like, yeah, I did mine for a minute. How long did you hold it for? She's like, "Pfft, I told him I could hold it for days. Don't even bother.
Say that.
Like, oh my God, yes.
Oh my God, I totally did say
Oh,
that.
that's so funny.
But the craziest part is I can hold plank for a freakishly long time, but I can't get back up
Yeah,
on a push up.
yeah.
I can go down and then I always just come up into an upward facing dog instead of
Mhm.
coming back up. So
Yeah.
the moment that he was like, okay, go down in a push up and then come back up, my core
Mhm.
dropped to the bottom.
Yeah.
And so I had to do that wave to get back up
Yeah.
into your push up, into
Yeah.
my push up.
And it's funny until you have somebody that's like, I've never had a trainer before. I've taken classes and stuff like that, but never just, your run of the mill personal trainer. They teach you so much stuff. And like, I didn't know what I was good at and what I was bad at. And it's funny because some things I'm kind of good at, and other things I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm really bad at this one thing randomly.
Mhm.
And I'm like, why am I so bad at this? And they'll be like, oh, it's because your glute on your left side's not firing. And I'm like, what?
Right.
You know?
Oh, you're just depending more on your quads
Oh,
than
yeah,
you
your
are
quads
your
are doing
glute.
the extra work. I'm like, how do you know this stuff? He's like, well, I've had a gym for 30 years or whatever it was.
Totally.
Mhm.
He's like, we're gonna get your glutes firing and
Yep.
your core stronger again. And
Yeah.
and I'm not kidding. We've had 2 sessions, and my back pain is way. I do sound like a geriatric. My back pain is subsided substantially.
Yeah, I mean, I'm loving it so far. I love the vibes of the gym.
Mhm.
I love going together. It's really fun. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to see how far we can take it, how ripped we can get,
Yeah,
because I think we can do it.
I think we can too. And I think that the best part is that it's only 30 minutes.
I can't do it. I can't do longer than I can't.
Like the ADD kicks in, the idea that you're like away from, and the guy was like, so what time is your shop open?
Really, it's now.
It's currently open. We
It's
just put
supposed to be now.
a note on the door that said be back at 11.
He's like, oh, okay.
It's like great business owners, you
Yeah.
idiots.
Yeah. No, it's fun. I'm liking it.
I do too. I really, 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 really like it.
Yeah, me too.
So what are you watching nowadays?
Oh,
Any
I'm
new shows?
watching. Yes. I'm really back into shows.
Okay.
Of course I have my X-Files in the background that I'm watching.
Mhm.
And then well, because there's like endless episodes of that. So I'm like
how
I'm
many
nearing the
years?
end.
Like 11
Years and years and years and years. I mean, there's so many episodes, which is what's great about it. But real-time shows, I'm watching White Lotus, of course, which I have a really love-hate relationship with. On the one hand, it's like a gorgeous show. It's shot in very beautiful locations, and the story's interesting, the writing's interesting, the acting is phenomenal. But some of the theme, I almost had my moment. Do you remember in Sex and the City where they all sit down at the table
Yeah.
and Samantha goes, dating a guy with the funkiest tasting spunk.
Yes.
And Charlotte just gets up and leaves.
Yes.
Like I almost had my get up and leave moment with that show.
Oh.
I don't want to ruin it for you, but there's a scene between these brothers that
Uh-huh.
I almost got up from the table. I was like, I'm too old for this. Like I don't think I can.
Like he was there being crude.
Incestuous?
Oh.
And I was like, why are we
Yikes.
HBO? You already went there with the Lannisters on Game of Thrones. Why does it always circle back to incest for you? Like, can we not? Like but anyways, I suffered
Yeah.
through that episode and I'm gonna see it through because Parker Posey is freaking hilarious and is the funniest
Yeah.
person on the planet.
Yeah, she
So I'm
is.
watching that, and then I decided now that Adam went out of town this week, I'm like, what am I gonna watch? Because so many of our shows we enjoy together, so I can't just like watch without him. So I'm like, I'm gonna watch Desperate Housewives from the beginning.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm enjoying it thoroughly.
Yeah.
Thoroughly.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good one.
It is a good
Easy
one.
watch. I'll fall asleep to it, pick back up, like who cares? So that's what I'm watching now. And then I have a bunch of stuff in the queue that we haven't started. I watch Yellow Jackets, which is really good. About a soccer team. Do you know about this show?
I don't know. I don't think so.
The teen soccer team who's playing, they're on their way to a competition, or what do you call it? A soccer
Match?
tournament?
Yeah. Okay.
Competition?
Like
Tournament? I don't know. And their plane crashes in the middle of like the Ozarks, and they survive, and they're just alone in the forest. And it's like, what do you do?
Is it a real show or is it a
No, it's not based on a true. Well, no, it's fictitious,
okay?
but it's really good. And then it shows like half the shows then when they're grown up and adults, so at least some of them make it off and get
Oh.
rescued. But then it shows the experience of them being there
And
trying to-
cannibal
and
trying to be
yeah.
Do they turn into cannibals?
Yeah.
The Ozarks aren't that far off from a town. Like, can't you just
Well-
walk to a motherfucking town?
Not when you have no idea what direction to go in, you have nothing to store water, you don't have any food.
I could do it. for real do it. I would leave those people right out of there. Speaking of incest, so
Yeah.
Sawyer and Willow always say
Oh my.
back and forth that they want to get married.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's such a beautiful idea.
Mhm.
And I would love that. I'm like, but your children would have 4 eyes, so you can't do that. And then the other day, Sawyer was like, "Mom, it's incest,"
Oh.
and he started in on that. So that's
How did you answer him?
with incest.
Yeah.
Oh, I just bare bone like dictionary,
Okay.
like you hook up with your family members.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you know how when you ask if you can marry Willa and I say no because your kids are gonna have 4 eyes, I'm
Yeah.
like, that's what it is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's not a good thing and it's not, and you don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, okay. And he like we move on to the next thing because I
He's like,
think
cool, can I have a popsicle?
yeah. Or I think then he wanted to talk about statutory rape.
I'm sorry, I almost just spit out my Coke Zero all over myself. Oh man.
So I mean, when they ask me questions, I just answer them like I mean, I just
kids
answer.
ask the most different questions. In the car paint's like, what's a hurricane?
Like a lot of wind and rain.
Oh man. So funny.
That is really, really funny.
What are you watching besides the Fantastic Five? What's it? March Madness. March Madness.
I am watching
Summer House.
a lot of that Summer House I love with my page.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I really spent about an hour and a half doing yesterday? Was
What?
watching more individual clips of Yellowstone. Like minute and a half clips, and I've watched probably 100 of them. My whole algorithm on my Instagram right now
Wow.
is 100% Yellowstone. Like there's no even blocks of pop culture in there. It's
Yeah.
straight because I want to be Beth.
Oh. Is she the loose one?
She is the
The jacket?
hardened. She's the daughter.
The one with Rip.
Yes.
Trip.
Rip. Rip. So I think what I'm going to do is pick back up where I left off on Yellowstone. I think I'm like season something or other. And I go asked Steve yesterday, I'm like, do you want to start watching Yellowstone again with me? He goes, I never started. You did that on your own.
Oh yeah, whoopsie.
Sorry about that. But I want to start to watch.
Maybe I need to give it another chance. We watched one episode and then we were like,
Oh, that's so fun. I think I love it so much just because it reminds me so much of home.
does it like pick up?
Yeah, I mean, all it is about killing, like just fighting for land,
Land fights, land
Yeah.
battles.
keeping this big, beautiful piece of property how it should be instead of developing it and having all these people move in and try and put their airports and their ski resorts and their all their yeah, I love it.
See, I have to have a level of like freakish. Something about it has to be freakish.
I think that this is like there's a lot of murdering and a lot of killing and a lot of backstabbing and conniving and
Yeah.
a little bit of hooking up, but not too much of that.
Remember I told you I started watching the show about the girl with Tourette's syndrome?
Yes.
And then I send you clips and you go, I can't
Yes.
watch it. I can't look at it. She's hilarious.
It's a lot funnier than I thought. The one that you sent me where, or maybe I even just random, like it just came, doesn't matter.
Where she's on the couch with her boyfriend.
Yes. And she laughs about it. That's I think what made me feel so
Yeah.
much better. Did the lights just turn out?
Yeah.
That's what I think helped me because she's like okay with it.
Yeah, sometimes she'll do like a really crazy take and then she just bursts into laughter because she doesn't know where it came from.
I just don't like it when she screams like profanities or like
That happens a
cockballs.
lot.
Like that's the stuff that I'm like, oh, I really don't like that.
Does she start off the show? One of the first shots of her on the first episode.
Yeah.
She goes into this. She has little short ticks that she'll do, and she has really long ones. And Eli and I were actually watching it. We were cracking up. She's like, spotted alone on a safari, a tiny itchy baby weenie. Like, what?
It's so much. Like where?
And then she has to do everything 3 times because she has OCD on top of it. I love when she's at the nail salon and here, I'll use this as an example. She's like sitting there trying to get her nails done, but she sees this like jar and
Uh-huh.
she has to tap it.
Yeah.
And she has to do it in series of 3 times. And so erstwhile, you see the poor nail tech sitting there like, what the fuck is going on right now?
So
And she's
patient.
watching her and she's just going tap, 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 tap. And then she finishes the series and she's like so delighted and just hands her hand back.
Oh
And
my gosh.
she's like, have you ever done anybody's nails with Tourette's? The poor lady's like, no. What I don't know what that was, but yeah.
You're definitely my first one. But I'm guessing she was patient and loving.
Patient. She was really sweet.
Gosh, I couldn't even imagine. Like I'd just hole up probably, or make it lucrative like she's doing it. Just
Yeah,
put
good
it
for
put it
her.
all out for all the world to see.
Did I tell you about when she goes to meet her boyfriend's parents, who are very conservative religious people?
Or does she say profanity? A lot of profanities.
Well, bless her heart. She's sitting there and you see her, she looks like she's gonna burst. She's trying to hold in her ticks.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's like, like
Yeah.
physically holding them in.
Yeah.
And then she finally explodes.
Uh-huh.
You wanna know what she says?
What?
She goes, I'm pregnant. And then she goes, I'm sorry, I'm pregnant. No, I'm not.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Pregnant. And the boyfriend's just like,
Because she said something like she was describing what the ticks felt like,
mhm.
and it's like maddening. And once she says it or taps or ticks or whatever, then
Uh-huh.
she was like, and then I can feel like I can actually breathe again.
Yeah, which I like low key relate to.
Mm-hmm.
Not with ticks per se,
Yeah.
but certain things.
Yeah.
Like anytime I sit down for a meal at a restaurant or whatever, like if my silverware's not like just right, I will always adjust it. You see me all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah, I
I'm
see.
always moving stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might be my little tick.
Yeah.
Is the
Yeah. Little OCD
Mhm.
action.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what one of my ticks would be. Um, I'm sure I have them.
Mhm.
I'm
Well, even her siblings have them, but
Mhm.
they're barely noticeable. They're way, way less. Like some is like
Mm.
is one,
Yeah.
or like a nose rub a certain way.
Oh.
So yeah.
It's so
Oh,
interesting.
yeah,
You want
same fun.
oh, biting
Biting our cheeks.
mm-hmm.
We do that a lot.
A lot. Like that we're gonna have, we both think that we're gonna have
Mouth cancer.
mouth cancer.
That's what my dentist told me a long time ago.
Yeah.
Well, the continued trauma to the area. And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I'm for sure gonna do that. So I might as well just start chewing Copenhagen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Might as well.
Just pack it. Pack it down there.
That gives you a good ride. Have you ever chewed tobacco?
No.
You've never chewed Copenhagen?
No.
Oh my gosh.
You
Oh yeah. Yeah.
you'd like put in your lip?
Mm-hmm. My first time chewing was Levi Garrett, and it was like leafy, so you kind of like ball it up and stuff it in there. And I like that one because it doesn't get stuck in your teeth and all of that stuff.
Mhm.
Do I sound like a real hillbilly right now?
I'm intrigued, so continue.
It doesn't. It sounds worse than it is because it wasn't an ongoing thing. I didn't get
It
like
wasn't like yours,
I didn't
right?
get
You
it.
like
No,
a little nip of somebody's.
may have bought Levi Garrett and had that had a
Did you have like the circle in your jeans in the back?
no, but that would be sweet. So my brothers from another mother, we went camping in Fort Wheeling one time, and Michael told me to take a dip of his Copenhagen, and I'm sure we were boozing, and I put just a teensy bit in my lip, and I was like, "Ooh, ooh, ooh," like spinning,
What?
like had to take some deep breaths. But
Yikes.
then once the spins wore off, I was like, yeah, like gives you a jolt of energy. I like the uppers, so
I'm sure if I smoked a cigarette or consumed any nicotine right now, I would immediately vomit.
really,
Yeah.
you don't think you'd be like, yes, back at it?
Mm-mm. No. Nope. I finally gotten to that point
That's good.
where because for a long time I'd be like, oh man,
Yeah,
go
fiending
for
a little bit.
yeah, rip a little heater right now.
Yeah.
Sounded good. No, I think I would be sick.
Oh, that's funny. I don't know. I think I could rip it.
Nobody smokes anymore.
Mm-mm. There was is that one of my recovery centers? Duh. But
They
even in recovery centers, everybody shift to vaping.
Yeah.
And somebody was smoking a cigarette today, and I was like, who's smoking? And then I remembered where I was at, and I was like, oh, I'll pass.
Yeah.
You get to smoke as many cigarettes as you want,
You
as long
go
as
crazy.
you're not ingesting booze, heroin, fentanyl, or any of the other crazy things that are out there today.
Yeah. Did I tell you Adam has a pipe?
Like what kind?
Like a
Oh, like an old man.
Pipe.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. From
And
time to time he'll
bring it out.
Yeah.
And does he hold it like this?
Yeah. Like an old
What does he let it drop out of his mouth a
like
little
an
bit?
old sailor.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
It's pretty funny.
I just love the noise of those.
They smell pretty good too, but like
Mhm.
if he smokes a pipe, it is a disaster sinus wise. Like he's like,
Oh. Does he smoke it when he drinks? And I know he doesn't drink a whole heap either, but
no, I mean he hasn't brought it out in a long time. Usually it's like a special occasion pipe
mm-hmm.
for like a wedding or something. You
Oh,
know, like he'll
okay.
bring it along.
Yeah, like a prop.
Yeah.
Did you already say that?
No,
My intuition was like, she already said that, idiot.
I didn't. Tell your intuition to simmer down because I
Easy.
did not say that.
Easy does it.
What's on your show sheet?
Okay, on my show sheet, this is something, and I don't know why. I feel like I've been around a lot of families with like 45 kids. And in my head, I'm like, let's talk about what people are thinking having more than two kids. Okay, here we go. Here's my asterisk. I will give people that have three kids a hall pass on this one because sometimes oopsie daisies happen.
Mm-hmm.
If you have more than three kids, there's no oopsie daisies. Like you're just a masochist and you hate yourself.
Yeah.
In my personal opinion. I don't know, like, what is the reasoning why people do that? Why? Why?
I don't know. They are made from different stuff than me. Like
Yeah.
the thought of having another child to me is like I can't even possibly imagine that.
No.
But I wonder if there's people out there that feel that way about anybody that has more than one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I guarantee you. Well, and I think like, don't you do it a disservice to the other kids because you cannot give them the same amount of attention.
You can't. And then like think about the crazy Duggars. They had 19. Like that's insane.
That poor woman's body.
Right. Like
Like that's you're like a puppy mill at that point in time. You are just a breeder. Like
and think about how much time and care it takes. Like say you have a couple under 3.
Yeah.
She's got like 10 under 12. Like how do you even you can't do
You
that.
have
So
no
then the
identity.
older
You
kids have to become caretakers.
Yeah.
Against their will.
early on. Do you know how many traumatic experiences people are like, I had to grow up too early?
Yeah.
And that's what led me to da 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 da.
Mhm.
And now it's all divine and it's like do you booze that are out there having 10 kids. But I also think like this is kind of funny. So we just got Otis. We just
Yeah.
got the puppy.
Yeah.
And when I bring him along, so I'll have Sawyer, I'll have Willa, and then I'll have Otis, and I'll give myself a little like my little peacock feathers will come out occasionally. I'll give myself a little pat pat. I'm like, see, you could add a third kid. Look at you with 3 kids right now. And granted, I know it's very different because I take Otis home and I put him in a kennel at nighttime, but I do
Well, you could have caged the third.
she
Just kidding.
like she
Just kidding. You're not gonna cage a child.
she was borderline for there for a little bit.
No, I don't get it. I don't get the desire. I get like
Like, what's the purpose? What's the purpose of having an army of children,
you
a
know what?
baseball team of children?
I've heard people say that they really like the baby phase. I hated the baby phase. So once they're out of the baby phase, you want another baby. So you have another baby. And then they grow up and then you're like, oh, I wish I had a baby.
You're like, I don't like you anymore.
Where I was like, hurry up and grow up so
Oh,
I can
yeah.
talk to you.
Same with me. Every single year that they get older is my favorite age for them.
Yeah, the baby thing for me was so stressful because I
Yeah.
don't know what you want. I
Totally.
don't know what you need.
Totally.
I don't know what's wrong with you.
Mhm.
You are a little lump of flesh.
Mm-hmm.
You're not giving me anything here.
Totally. All you're doing is taking.
Yes.
Take.
Yeah. No, like it's like hang out with them and do stuff and have conversations and
Yeah, and the unknown of, and this kind of goes back to our other podcast that we just like the right way of doing things, like
Mhm.
let them cry. No, don't let them cry. No, sleep on a mattress in the bedroom with them. Oh, no, that's not
Put your hand on their back.
like all of the things. There, I remember having Willa was pretty fresh, and the battery of so like the monitor would go up. She had transitioned into her own room, but I still had a monitor. So if I heard her squawk at all, I would get up and I would go feed her, or I
yeah.
would do whatever the mom thing is.
Yeah.
And there was one night where the monitor battery died.
Oh, that happened to me before.
And I woke up at like 6 a.m. or 7 a.m.
Yep.
in a
Panic. Yeah.
panic that my kid was dead in her crib because
Yep.
I didn't. And
That has happened to me as well.
oh, what a horrendous feeling that was.
Yeah.
And then I shame spiral like, you're such an idiot, Gretchen. You didn't plug in the goddamn, didn't you look? Why wouldn't you look?
Yeah.
That should be one of your benefits.
Yeah. I
She was
know.
fine. And
Right.
honestly, I think it was divine because they like it died and she didn't. and, and I started, and then she slept through the night
Mhm.
after that.
Mhm.
So she needed one good night. Maybe she cried through the night. I have no idea.
Yeah.
And everything was fine, but
Yeah.
that was a major
The
panic
stakes
moment.
are so high when they're that little.
They are.
You're like, oh,
And then to do that over and over and over and over and over and over again intentionally.
I know. And not to mention, kids still don't sleep later. Like Peyton got me up 2 nights ago. I had a bad dream about a rattlesnake.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me?
Yep.
Like, so I say to her, you're so much nicer to your kids than me. I'm like, okay. So when you woke up and you looked around and you realized that there was no snake here, you should have just gone back to sleep then. No? She's
And what did she say?
like, I don't know. I didn't say that to her during. I just, hugged her, put her potty, put her back in, laid with her for a couple minutes, and then said, okay, you're
Right.
you're good. Go back to sleep now.
See, you talk a big game, but
Yeah,
you do exactly
But the
what I do.
next day I was like, hey, can you let me sleep tonight? Because when you wake up like that and it's just a bad dream, you got to know that it's not real and that you're fine and safe in your room. And that
Yes.
everything is fine.
Yes.
In the moment, she's too emotional and too like upset. And it's like, I'm not trying to like discuss it at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
But later I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
like stay there. Okay, bye.
I'll say that it'll get out of hand for us too. And I'll have to be like, hey guys,
Yeah.
I have to sleep or I'm going to be a raging bitch to you.
Mhm.
And I don't really want to do that. I want to be a happy, fun loving mom. And so
Especially when it's not real. Like if they're sick, that's different.
Yeah.
Like you do whatever you can to help them.
Yeah.
And it's like something like this, or like I have a bug in my room, or I have this, and I'm just like, what? What did Eli say? He came out not that long ago. He's like, heard the papers rustling. I'm like, what? Here, figure it out.
Look around, you're good, move on.
Yeah.
Okay, another topic that I had that I wanted to talk about today.
Mhm.
This might be a shorty because I gotta bounce out of here in 10. Do you want to talk about I'll give you the option. PDA,
Mhm.
the hot take that I was talking about, like doctors being man, masculine, nurses, blah blah, blah, or pap smears. Maybe we've already talked about pap smears.
Let's talk about PDA. I don't think we've ever talked
Yeah,
about
let's talk
that.
about PDA. Like it, don't like it, do it, don't do it. How do you feel?
I think it's a spectrum.
What about other people doing it?
I think there's a very small window on the spectrum that I'm comfortable with. I think on one end of the spectrum, you have people that never interact physically at all, which is weird, and treat each other like coworkers. And it's like, like I saw this couple the other day at school that I know that, are like married and seem to like each other.
Yeah.
And then they were like walking to and from the classroom completely separately. The other one was like 15 feet in front of the other. I'm like, why
Oh,
are they
that's so
walking
funny.
together? So there's like that,
Yeah.
which is odd. And then on the other end of the spectrum, you have like the two people sucking face in line at Disneyland, the couple who are all over each other all the time.
Right.
That I dislike intensely.
Same.
So if there's a middle, well, hold hands or like a coming and going peck, a hug here and there.
Yeah.
Like, don't be weird about it. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You're in public. Like, no one wants to see that.
And what are you trying to prove?
Right.
Like the people who go above and beyond, like, what are you doing?
Like the slow smooch kisses and the face holds. I'm like,
Or the hand in the back of the pockets.
No.
Or just like completely disappearing in their booth, just making out. Maybe that's like more in like the drunkenness era. I mean,
like a phone booth?
like a booth at a restaurant.
Oh, like a table.
Yeah.
With a booth.
But there's been so back in the day, you'd see all like people just hammered, just making out and being
Oh,
gross in different
no.
booths or
No, that's
at the club.
gross. I don't like that.
I was just like, who are you trying to, what are you trying to show? Who are you trying
No, it's
to?
embarrassing, I think.
Yeah,
I would get embarrassed.
get a room. Yeah, my sister Kelly always does that. If like Steve and I get like hug or kiss or something like that, and we're kind of affectionate and lovey-dovey and touchy. And
Kelly.
she always says that. She's like, get a room. She's the best.
I think, yeah, do whatever you want in your own home.
Yeah. But I also feel I like the point that you said about like the not at all
The
too.
not at all is also weird.
It's very weird.
I
It's
don't
very
like
weird.
that either, because then I'm like, are you in trouble?
Or like, let's go to therapy.
Yeah, like what's wrong here?
Let's do some
There's some
couples
resentment.
counseling.
There's something happening. Like the coldness, it's chippy. I don't like it.
Let's figure it out.
A little,
Let's show your kids
like
what's
walk
a
together,
healthy amount.
you know,
Right.
weird.
Hook pinkies.
Yeah,
I'd want to hook pinkies with you.
or like a nice little back usher.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's just me.
That's me too. So of course we're like middle ground basic bitches when it comes to PDA.
Yeah, and also like we're old now, like
Mm-hmm.
see like old people backing down.
Yeah. Agreed. You know what I love?
But
I love old people, like
yeah.
old people
Hmm.
that still sit,
Hmm.
hang out, hold hands, give
Yeah.
hugs, dance.
Yeah.
There's something like I just can't wait to have that, like grow old like that with Steve and be like a cute little old couple who still
Yeah.
just fawns for one another and loves each other.
Yeah, like in the Notebook.
Mm-hmm.
Except for like hopefully I'll remember him
Yeah.
and not be that.
And you guys both won't die on the table together.
Yeah, but if we were to die, we've talked about this before.
Mm-hmm.
I know how a lot of people are like, if I die, I'd want my spouse to move on and find happiness.
Mm-hmm.
Wrong.
Not you.
Not me. No. If I die, I want you to pine over me for the rest of your life.
Have a shrine.
Have a shrine to me, and maybe like, a special day and celebration for me. Celebrate my birthday every year and never
Totally.
date again.
Yeah.
So that's my stance.
And that's fair.
It is, right?
And that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, like just no, like you were married and you had a life partner and then she died and now you don't get anything.
Yep. And you're done.
Yeah.
Mine, Steve and I laugh at this because I always want my own apartment.
Oh yeah.
And so
He didn't want us to put a couch in the back because he's like, she's never gonna come home.
I've never lived alone except when I was in rehab for like 2 weeks and it was so great. So at
Wait,
least I have that.
what?
Yeah.
You've never lived alone?
No. No.
Oh my gosh.
I know it's one of my biggest regrets besides not playing soccer in college.
It's wonderful.
Yeah. I can only
Okay,
imagine.
now I see.
Yes. And I can't even consider living alone in rehab that because there's like
That's
they're like shining a flashlight in your eyes like every hour, being like, "Are you are you alive? Are you breathing? Are you, So it's not really the same.
It's not the same.
If you can have somebody like unlock your door and come in and shine a flashlight in your face.
Yeah.
So we always say that Steve's probably going to go first because he's 7 years older than me.
Well, the men don't usually do.
And at that point in time, I'll be able to get my own apartment and
Mhm.
live on my own finally.
Yeah.
So there's something to look forward to. I hope that we go at the same exact time and we're grandparents to like 18-year-olds. And I was talking, who was I talking
Don't you
to?
want to be old? I want to be like old. I want to be like that old ass great grandma who's still around kicking,
Yes.
saying inappropriate things.
Yes, but not in bad health. If I start to
No.
be in bad health,
Oh, then just kill me.
I'm over it. Maybe I was talking to Corey about this,
Mm.
our trainer,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, I'm good. Or maybe it doesn't matter who it's, but I was on the treadmill and we were talking about
I love how you say meal. The treadmill.
treadmill,
No, say meal.
treadmill. And I was just saying, like, for one, I'm not afraid of death at all. Like, there's
Terrified.
not one thing that scares me about it. I'm like, whatever. When it's my time, it's my time.
That's so nice.
But I'm also like, give me a few good years with my grandbabies and then take me. Like, I'm good. I don't need to sit here and
Take me.
pussyfoot around on this goddamn planet for much longer. Just I just don't want to be a icky vegetable.
No. No, that's part of why I wanted to start working out and get healthy because I want to be alive. I want to be around
Mm-hmm.
to see all the things.
Same.
Yeah, I want to
To
be
say
like 100.
back in my day, the internet.
Yes.
Oh yeah. And we'll be able to say from like landlines to AOL.
Dial up.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
I had a TV in my room when I was really small. That was like a foot big. It was
Yep.
tiny.
Yep.
And then it had the little click, 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 click to change the channels.
Oh my
I had
gosh.
13 channels.
Heck
And
yeah.
that's it. And you had to get up and turn the knob to click it.
Oh, no remote even.
No.
Do you want to know when I first got cable in my room? Like
Huh?
my mom's born, she's like, okay, we'll get you a TV. It even had like a VCR, one of those attached ones.
Yeah.
So we could watch our VHSs. But
Hmm.
my brothers from another mother came over and we were like bootlegging the cable.
Yeah.
And they put a goddamn hole in the side of our house
Boy.
that didn't get fixed until we left. Like we
Wow.
just left this hole in the side of our house to wire in the ghetto cable. It was like such a ghetto rig.
How do you even put a hole all the way through the wall to the exterior of a house?
I don't know, it has siding too. Like the hole was in the
You
side.
just have like power tools?
I don't know how they did it. I think they just basically punched a hole in it with their fist or something. I don't know. But it was so ghetto rigged. And the cable barely ever worked because I had to like shove the pokey thing into the hole and then tape it with electrical tape because it wouldn't.
You're lucky you didn't electrocute yourself.
Yeah, it's a good story.
I love
Really
that
good
for
story.
you. See, you're always your ingenuity has always been a shining feature for you.
What was the story you wanted me to say on the podcast? Like we were talking about something and then you're like, save it for the pod.
My sundowners is rearing its ugly head. I don't know. That was today, literally, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it was when I got hit by a car.
Yeah. There it is.
So I almost got hit. I was gonna go buy some candles, almost got hit by a car. This car was like flying down the freaking road in
Mhm.
the parking lot. And I was talking to Missy. I'm like, whoa, I just almost got hit by a car. You said your actual person or
Vehicle.
your vehicle? And I said, my person.
Like your body, like your body, your body was struck
My
almost.
my body
And
was
then I said, how embarrassing would that be if you like walking just like got hit by a car? And then she's like, well, I have.
but and I don't think it'd be embarrassing. I maybe for the other person, but for me, I'd be like,
Your body goes flying in all weird ways and you're all contorted with like a bent up leg.
so what? This one was not that dramatic, but I was a little girl and I was walking to school. Yes. Freakishly small, as that's probably why they didn't see me.
Little girl.
Yes. And so this car was in their driveway and it was kind of a little bit of an incline, nothing too dramatic. So the car's the car's pulling out and I'm just walking to school thinking, oh, this car is going to see me.
How old were you about?
I'd probably say, let's say like second grade.
Walking to school?
Yeah.
Was anybody with you?
No, we lived close to the school.
Like across the street?
Yeah, a couple blocks.
Oh my God.
But it was small town.
Was Kelly with you?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, this is getting, I can't take it. It's getting sadder and sadder. Like I'm
It's
thinking
really
about
funny.
your tiny little the tiny little girl body walking alone.
But just think about how tough I am though. Like I was that tough back then too.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
all I
continue.
knew. It's all I knew. So I'm walking to school and this car like bumps me. So okay, that's one part of the story. I got hit by a car. It wasn't that bad. I think I maybe fell just because I'm
Backing out, they just hit you.
yeah, they were backing out. And I think I fell just because I'm like, oh, I got hit by a car. I probably should fall down to the ground. And so I did that. And then I got back up and the lady gets out of her car and she starts yelling at me and screaming at me. I'm like,
Are you joking?
you're the one that just hit me with your car. So I basically just looked at her and I was like, well, I guess I'll just keep walking if you're gonna scream at me.
What? We need to find her. She
She-
has to pay.
She was a grumpy Gus and she had two German shepherds that were terrifying that would like our garbage was right there. And so we would take out our garbage, throw our garbage away. These German shepherds would like attack the fence every single time. And it was terrifying to take the garbage out.
She hit you with her car and then blamed it on you.
Yeah.
As a small child,
As a small
just
child.
walking on a sidewalk.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I hate this woman with the fire of 1,000 suns.
She was very grumpy. She was a grumpy.
So what did you do? Did you continue to school?
Went to school.
Okay, see, that's the difference between Gretchen and I. She just goes to school. I would have laid there and been like, oh, ambulance. I can't go to school for the rest of the year. I think I have a broken collarbone. And I wonder where Eli gets it, Lieutenant Dan.
I was just thinking that same exact beautiful thing in the
My
best way
gosh.
possible. I think it kind of hurt my hip. I do remember it being
It's
kind
the
of,
source of your hip troubles.
oh, that could be a trauma, like that still lives in there. But
Wow.
now processing all of this goodness, maybe that will help it
Did you tell
subside.
your mom?
I don't remember. I'm sure.
Can you imagine
Well, I'm
if
sure I told
Sawyer
Kelly.
or Willa were like, "Hey, mom, this lady hit me with her car and then yelled at me"? Like, you'd call the cops.
Do you know that I've already got myself worked up today in regard to this is a absolutely made up story, but I stumble upon somebody saying something about Sawyer being like, he's no good or something along those lines. And I think of like, I feel it in my body. I look at them, I'm like, what would I say? What would I do? And I put myself through this whole experience of this person talking trash about my child
That didn't occur.
probably will never.
This didn't occur.
But I just put myself through the agony and the trauma of
Right.
like, but I need to be prepared. And I still
Mhm.
don't even have a good comeback. You know what my comeback was like? You're a rotten person. Like that
You're a
sucks.
meanie.
You're no good.
This one likes you because you're not nice.
You're ugly. Actually, and then I would wanted to go into like the trauma of like, what did your parents do to you that made you such a rotten person? And you're probably a terrible parent, and I feel bad for your kids for having this. And then I just remind myself, Gretchen, you're being a total lunatic and you don't need to do any of this. How about you listen to the radio?
Yeah, that's why I like to listen to podcasts when I'm driving so my mind doesn't wander. Because I like to, I have my favorites that I go to.
Yeah.
What would I do if, what happens if this happens to me? What's going to be my plan if someone breaks into my house with a gun?
Totally.
Where do I hide with the children? Like, why am I doing this? I have mental problems.
I think if somebody broke into our house, I would scream at them and I would just go absolutely bananas at them. And then they would run because they're like, who's this crazy bitch?
I think I would, yeah, do something similar.
Or I'd be
I
like,
would-
Steve,
Right.
could
Yeah, go toe to toe with that burglar there.
go get that fella.
Go get him. Go get him.
We'll wrap it up with this, but there's this one instance that goes through my head. Same thing. Burglar comes in, they have it.
Oh,
This
is the best.
And I always, is it
The bike.
what's the bike?
The story when you were actually burglared?
Oh,
We'll have to
yes.
save that for another pod.
We have to save it for another one because that's a good long story. But this one is like what I would do if somebody broke in. And I would say, Siri, call the cops. And so Siri, but I don't have Siri attached to anything like that. All Siri does in my house is just play music. But
Yeah.
the burglar would not know that.
Right.
How smart is that?
That's really smart. That's a really good
I'm
one.
not getting the right, like oh my God, that's such a good idea.
Because then I started thinking about like if I just had like a way for them to think that I had a loaded shotgun.
Right. You just have a sound effect button.
Yes. Yeah.
I'd just do a Crocodile Dundee and say, that's not a knife. That's not a knife. And I'd
This
have
is a knife.
I'd have a big machete right by my bed.
I could totally put someone down that trespassed into my house. I wouldn't even go for the knee. I would
Yeah.
just put them
Straight
down.
to the head.
Straight to
Straight
the head.
To the head.
Double tap to the chest.
After we were burglarized that one time
Yeah.
at our Chandler house, I
Yeah.
did keep my golf club right next to.
That's your ass.
That was even before it because I ran out when I heard Steve getting the person that's breaking into the boats. I had a golf club in my hand.
I wish I could have seen that.
It was a good time.
Low-key. We'll have to tell the whole story.
We'll tattoo. We'll do it next time.
So badass.
It was pretty badass. Steve was badass on that day. I'm gonna
Right?
go or Willa's gonna freak out on me.
Okay, we don't want that. Bye.
Love you.
Love you.
Sorry, that was an abrupt ending.
Okay, peace out.